In today's video we are going to unbox and take a first look at this guy. This is the Lenovo Yoga Slim 7i Pro X. And while that name is a bit of a mouthful, this is a super sleek laptop that I've been wanting to review for a pretty long time. Now I finally got it at a decent sale price, and I decided to buy the Intel i5 version with 16GB RAM, 512GB SSD, and the integrated graphics. Although this is not one of the top tier models, I thought that this guy going at the price of around 1100 euros was very interesting. The model with the GTX 3050 would be around 1800 euros or something like that, which I think has a little bit less value, and I preferred instead to opt for this version and then be able to connect it to my external GPU in my home office setup if I want to do some gaming. I am super stoked to start trying out this laptop, and I hope you are into the videos as well. If you like the videos, it would be super nice if you want to subscribe this channel. That gives me a lot of motivation to bring out new content moving forward. Let's get right into the unboxing. This is the package the way that I picked it up from the store where I bought the laptop. As you can see, we have the Intel i5 12500H with 2.5 GHz, 16GB RAM. We have 512GB storage, integrated graphics, 14.5-inch 3K display, and a 4-cell battery. There's not too much else going on with this box. It's pretty much the standard style with the Lenovo logo up top, and then some serial infos and stuff on the different sides. Let's bring out an appropriately sized unboxing knife and get into this first box. First we have presumably the charger, as they usually pack it. In this case we have a 100-watt charger, but packed up in this very small form factor that is basically the same size as a 65-watt charger from Lenovo usually is. Pretty nice touch to get a 100-watt charger. And then we have the power cable. And I generally like these chargers a lot, so I'm very happy to have one that is 100 watt. Next up, we have the main package here, decently wrapped up in these protective foam parts. And here we have the classic Lenovo Yoga box. So it says Yoga on the front, Lenovo on the side. It has the Lenovo logos in the back. And then there's not much else going on with this box, actually. So let's just tear off this plastic cover and then get into the main box. Taking off the lid, we get presented with the laptop like this. And it is a pretty silver colored laptop, as you can see. It's much brighter color compared to the previous Yoga laptops that I've been reviewing. Underneath it, we have a little quick start guide and the safety information. Let's remove this plastic and see how the laptop feels. There we have it. And I think the first impression here is that the quality feel is definitely moved up a few notches. There is way less of sharp edges or any kind of inconsistency with the chassis compared to what these machines have had before. Pretty impressive, I think. It's 5 torque screws from what I can see, so they also move down a little bit and have less screws to get into the computer. A pretty big opening for cooling down here. It says Lenovo X Power, Dolby Atmos and Audio by Harman down there. As for the ports, on the left hand side we have a HDMI port fully sized, and then we have 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports. One is marked up with a charger, so I'm not sure if that means that it's only for charging, but both those ports are marked as Thunderbolt ports, so hopefully they work as full support Thunderbolt. On the right hand side, we have a shutter button for the camera, so you can physically switch off the camera right there. Then we have a 3.5mm headphone microphone combo jack. We have a regular USB-A port, and then we have the power button. Except that there is nothing on the outside, so let's see if we can open the laptop with one hand. That worked like a charm. And removing this little protective felt there, we can see the main parts of the laptop. You can see right away that this has a pretty sleek silver-colored keyboard, and I really like the looks of it. I think it looks more professional than the previous iterations of Yoga. It is a low travel, but still feels pretty high quality, this keyboard. Definitely not flimsy by any means. And one of the most important things here, the speakers are back up top. This must mean that they are similar in quality to the regular Lenovo Yoga Slim 7, which was really good for being a PC laptop. The trackpad is giant and feels really good, really high quality. Wow, there's no rattling noise. And really wide, large trackpad. Let's see if there is any battery in it so that we can switch it on. Nope, it doesn't start, so I gotta have to bring out the charger and put it to charge and then start it up. When starting it up, you can see the backlighting of the keyboard coming on. We also start hearing the fans, which is something that is a little bit annoying when you've been on MacBook Pro 14 for a long time and not heard a single fan noise for almost a year. After some waiting time, there is a new Yoga logo showing up on the screen. And you can see right away the color reproduction and the clarity of that image looked really good. And right away, I gotta say, the trackpad feels great. For being a PC, oh my god, this is one of the most solid feelings I have had in a trackpad. The soft click is super solid as well. What? It also strikes me that the blackness of the screen is really solid. Way more solid than other laptops I've been testing from Lenovo. So it's pretty promising in terms of display, trackpad, keyboard quality. And let's set up the face recognition here, which is a feature that I usually appreciate quite a lot. That was super fast, although the camera quality didn't seem like it was perfect. Let's try out a few things with this laptop and see what my first impression of it is. The keyboard feels nice to the touch. It feels a little bit glossy. It's almost like my fingers are sliding a little bit. Maybe that's just when the keys are new, but I'm not completely used to having that kind of a glossy experience. Except that, I think they seem really cool actually. I also feel like the keys are a little bit placed apart. It feels a little bit different compared to the keyboard I'm used to typing the most on now. Mechanical keyboard, small in size, keys are pretty close to each other. Here they're kind of spaced, a little bit of space between each key, making it a little bit different to what I'm used to. So far, the trackpad seems great. I think this is for sure the nicest trackpad experience I've had on a Windows laptop. And the only thing I think is a bit strange now is that there is some kind of reflection in the display here that I think is coming from the trackpad, because when I touch the trackpad like that, I don't see the reflection anymore. So the light in the roof is reflecting on the trackpad edge here, and that gives a reflection in the display. Kind of a strange setup, but if I just adjust the angle a little bit, this is removed, so probably it's not a huge problem. As per usual, we have the McAfee. There seems to be more stuff here actually. McAfee, WhatsApp, Spotify, Xbox Live. Definitely Clipchamp as well. What's that? Clipchamp video editor. Haven't seen it before, but it's something that is there from scratch. TikTok, Instagram, Messenger, a bunch of stuff. Prime Video as well. Wow, there is a lot of things here. So I wonder if these are just shortcuts or if they are actually softwares. Haven't seen that amount of stuff in the start menu in any other laptop when I started it up. The screen so far looks great. Also, this wallpaper is beautiful, I think, but it looks to be a matte screen with a super solid resolution and a nice brightness as well. Let's see if we are at max. Oh, and we're not even at max. So here we are at the max brightness, and I really think this looks beautiful. What is resolution, and what does it actually mean to have a higher resolution in different use cases? Let's cover the basics first. The resolution will be the number of pixels that you have in your screen. You will have one number of pixels in the height and one number of pixels on the width. Full HD is also considered 1080p. I think the audio is pretty good, but it's not as good as I would have expected it. It's definitely not near beating the audio in the MacBook Pro 14, especially when it comes to the bass and the volume. Here I would have to put it at full volume to reach about the same level of audio as the MacBook Pro is delivering in half volume. But also this is half the price compared to the MacBook Pro. So you can't maybe put as big expectations on something like the speakers. I am very happy though that the speakers have been put up on the top here because it adds a layer of clarity that didn't show up in the Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro that I reviewed before this guy. I am going to spend a fair bit of time with this guy, come back with a 48 hours first impressions in a few days, and then I will come back with my full review and some comparison videos between this guy, the MacBook Pro, and some other laptops that I have in the office and in my home. And that is it for my unboxing and first look of the Lenovo Yoga Slim 7i Pro X. It's a bit of a tongue twister that I'm gonna have to say a lot when making content about this laptop, but I think this seems super interesting and I'm really looking forward to testing this out more and come back with more review content and comparison content about it. If you have any questions about the laptop, please let me know down in the comment section below, where I'm usually pretty quick to answer, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Have a really nice day. Bye bye.